What up? What up? What up? Did y'all like the theme music? Did y'all miss me? I've been gone. I was supposed to come in here Tuesday, couldn't do it. Had to do some stuff with the family, but I am back. What's going on, good people? Welcome back to the greatest podcast on the face of the earth. We are here at the LaVar Walker Show podcast. Hopefully, you guys can hear me. I'll just do a test here, making sure you guys can hear me. Can y'all hear me? Go ahead and comment if you can, because I don't want to get into this and y'all just see my lips moving. Can you hear me? Can y'all hear me? Just making sure, because y'all are the producers of this show, as well as myself. Cool. Thank you, B. B says all 8 of you are here. Thank you. I'm glad. And we're going to continuously grow. We're going to keep growing. And there happens to be 19 of you, of us in here, B. So you can get your ass out of here. And that's why you live in the basement and you wear turtlenecks with no bottoms on. And you sit there and you make comments, B. That's what you do. But anyway, what's good people? Yo, shout out before I get any deeper into this, man. Shout out to everybody that pulled up on the boy in Birmingham, Alabama. I was crying about the show. I was like, man, the tickets wasn't moving, but I mean, the last couple days before I got there, we sold it out. So shout out to everybody in Birmingham, everybody in Birmingham, Alabama. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for all of y'all pulling up to the Stardome, and every ticket sold. There were no comps. Everybody spent their money, then got babysitters or whatever and pulled up on your boy, man. And I mean, from the bottom of my heart, I can't thank you enough. You know, I've been doing comedy for quite some time now, and I keep going because I'm passionate about this and I have to pull through, even though I know that true talent no longer really matters and you need a gimmick. And, you know, if I was comedian Puddlefoot, I would be famous, or, you know, if I come out about something, I would be famous, but it's okay because I'm going to keep focused on me. I'm going to put my head down and stay focused, man. And that's what it is. Yesterday, went out with the family. My son is on his spring break right now. So we just been looking for stuff to do on TikTok. So yesterday I took him to a balloon museum. They have a exhibit in Atlanta for a balloon museum. And it's like art, it's inflatable art. We had a great time. I even got into the ball. They had a ball pit. I got into the balls. No diddy. I dove into the balls. It was just a lot of balls. And I felt like, you know what I'm saying? I was I felt like I was back in the old days of Showbiz Pizza and the old school Chuck E. Cheese. So that was great. We had a good time, and I'm gonna be posting pictures from that and figuring out other things to do. If you are in Atlanta and you have any ideas about what I could do with my son during this spring break, please feel free to DM me and let me know, because I'm popping up to various places. Today we're gonna go out and play football. We're gonna do like a 20-minute football game. You know, I've been practicing with him because he in flag football or whatever. So we've been throwing it, he getting better, man. So now we could jump into what we here to talk about. Yes, this is live. Jay from Fort Lauderdale. This is live. Um, I don't know what you talking about, B, and I'm not posting that comment because Godfrey is my OG and friend. I don't know what's going on with that. But cool. Well, let's just jump right into it, man. As you know, Kobe's family sold his championship ring. I did a little research on that. It wasn't really Kobe's championship ring. It was something like a replica ring or something. End up selling at auction for about $1 million. And, you know, I guess maybe his biological parents, his mom and dad, are in some type of financial stress or financial turmoil. And the conversation in regards to Kobe and his parents and why he wasn't supporting them or giving them money is a very complicated and two-way conversation. Um, on the one end, I did a little research in regards to the relationship of Kobe and his parents, and I think the rift came when he married Vanessa. They raised an eyebrow because Kobe was very young. He was famous. He was this NBA superstar recruit. And Kobe shows up with a video vixen. I'm sorry, this is how they met. She was a video vixen. Okay, don't come for me. I'm just going for facts. So they obviously raised an eye. They told Kobe he was too young to be thinking about marriage. And I guess from that moment, they called that there were problems, not only with Kobe, but probably friends who were protective of Kobe, people on the team that were protective of him. He married this young lady without a prenup, and this was Kobe's decision. And that caused a rift. And I'm guessing throughout the years, and I'm only going off of this from guessing, and I'm just, I don't, some of this is fact what I read, but I'm just going off of what I feel happened. So he meets this young lady. Kobe grew up in Italy, grew up, speaking 7 different languages. And he meets this young lady that grew up, I don't know, in a housing authority in California who was non black. I believe she's of Spanish descent, but she grew up in the hood, and they were just raising an eyebrow. And the family just wasn't with it. They were like, we don't really know about this. Kobe ends up marrying this young lady, and the young lady is probably fed up being that in Vanessa saying, if they don't like me, I don't like them. Now they have kids. Now Kobe's parents, they're not seeing their grandchildren. Kobe sending these people money. I believe it was a quote what a mom said. This ain't enough for no house in Vegas. This little funky $275,000 is not enough for a home in Vegas. She wanted 450, and I mean, the split just came. His father was never there at any championship celebrations. They weren't there at any games. It is bad. So what did I draw from all of this? Well, first of all, I made a comment on Instagram by saying it seems like this family, Kobe's mom and dad, are in financial turmoil. And why didn't Vanessa just kick in and buy the ring? Because the Kobe, with her being the spouse that survived, the surviving widow, the Kobe bring Bryant is still making all the money, their trust in place. I mean, the Mamba, he just making so much money in the afterlife. He's still supporting his family. So shout out to that. And people started going in on me or whatever. And then I had to do my research. And, I understood. Did something happen? Man, what happened? Am I still on here? Oh, there we go. So I understood after doing my research the rift that was that was caused in this family, and I looked at it, and I'm going from two different sides. Number one, and this is to the parents who have a boy. I only have one son. You cannot, as a parent, if you know when these kids bring people home, right, and that they're in love with or infatuated with, that you don't think could be the right decision, like they're making a wrong decision, but the person is making that child happy. Okay. I think as a parent, you should be supportive in that situation. You know what's probably going to happen, but you want to give love, because I think if you go against this child's decision, the child will only react in a resentful way, and you telling the child, you trying to be honest, I don't know if this is the right person for you. I don't believe this person has your best interest, but they are infatuated with the person. They're going to rebel against you. And what you just did was made the bond even tighter towards that person. So I would recommend as a parent, you have to let the child live their own life. They have to bump their heads, they have to get dirty in the mud. Unfortunately, they're going to get their heart broke. They're going to receive a lot of rejection, as we all have. And I understand it's Kobe, big guy, and I had to learn that too. I've had friends that come into a lot of money who I thought I was doing the right thing by trying to protect them or get them advice, even though what I was telling them was 100% accurate and true. You end up getting into a strained relationship with that person, and it's just not worth it. The only thing I could have hoped for is that maybe Vanessa or whoever, the family could have been bigger in the fact that they could have been bigger in the fact that let's just support his family. I mean, because if I'm damn near a billionaire, man, I can't like I don't care how much I fall out with like this say for instance, I fell out with my mom and dad. I'm still gonna take care of 'em. Like and I mean, look, to each his own. I'm not saying that people should be like me, but I'm just saying, like, hey, especially if these people were already being taken care of by code, and then you just cut off the water supply, and these are elderly people who don't have a means. Of course, they're gonna sell shit to keep it moving. I'm sorry. And they could be selfish, but I think too, a lot of times, uh, you know, I think a good woman, a good wife, or more so maybe look beyond that and be like, you know what, I want to mend this. I know they don't like me, but I still think it's important for you to be with to be around your family. And I want to do everything within my power to try to mend that relationship, due to grandchildren and things of that nature. So it's very unfortunate. I really wish that the family, I don't know what you talk about, man. I really wish that the family would have gotten together. And it would have been my prayer for Kobe to have mended with his mom and dad, but it didn't happen. And Vanessa won. And to all the parents, especially parents of boys, listen to me. Whoever that boy bring home, you better accept, because especially if it's a woman. If that woman turn against your ass, you ain't gonna see your grandkids. Because that boy ain't gonna have no power or no say so. You ain't seeing them grandbabies. So you best to be nice. That's all you can do. I tell my wife all the time, I say, let me tell you something. You could talk now, but he gonna get a wife. And she gonna hold the power, the keys to the kingdom. And that's just what's going to happen. Um, Kenya Williams, somebody just came in here. Depending on the relationship, I've been with my husband for 33 years, and this mammy is pure evil. If my husband passed away, she is asked out. Oh, Kenya, that is so mean. You got to be the bigger person, Kenya. You can't just cut him off, cut the mama off like that. Just be bigger. You hold the keys, you have the power. But what makes you more powerful is when you have that empathy and understanding. That is mean. I don't know if they have a opportunity to sell it back to the NBA. I believe it was a replica ring, but still the fact that this was a ring gifted from Kobe to his father, that means that the ring is worth a lot of money. I'm not 71 years old, Fucci. I'm actually 64. So Google got that wrong. I'm 64. So they really need to take that off. Um, yeah, the woman will hold the grandkids hostage, as Flo Flo said. Flo Flo, did you hold your babies hostage and not let them see the father's children? But yeah, that's sad, man. So my prayers go out to the Kobe Bean Bryant family. I know he's gone, but I would wish that they would mend that, bro. That would mean a lot. Instead of my business, all I'm doing is commenting and bringing the news to you guys. Okay, so I'm getting words. There's no work in Hollywood right now. There's no work. There's no work. Nobody's working. The business has contracted in Hollywood. There are less shows being produced. There are less movies being produced. And even though I'm a member of WGA and SAG-AFTRA, I pretty much knew this would happen. Because what has happened now with the strike and everything, they're going to be way, way more money conscious. And with everything being more expensive to produce, it's just going to contract the business. Like your pitches, I don't even think they picked up nothing but 3 pilots. Pilot season has been down, and they got to really figure out how to move the money at this point. And unions help to build a middle class and to treat people fair. So listen, I applaud them, but at the same time, there are no solutions to most of our problems in society. There are only trade-offs, and that's just one of the trade-offs that'll come with the union is contraction. Because and it makes sense, right? And I want you to, as you listen to me, I want you to think of yourself as a business owner, right? So, as a business owner, you're like a player on the football field, and the government sets the rules. They the ref or the NBA or whoever. Now, as they set the rules, you're gonna adapt to those rules to win the game. And one way to adapt and increase profitability, if you're going to increase, like for instance, minimum wage to $20 an hour, then guess what? I'm not going to hire anybody, right? And I think that every person should make a living wage. And then at the same time, I think that you are rewarded based on the value that you bring to the marketplace. Meaning, if I have a burger shop and there's one down the street and he pays his workers $4 an hour, I'm going to pay my workers $4 an hour too, because that's typically what the market is bearing. Now, when the government steps in to say, no, you're going to pay these people $20 an hour, which is going to cut into profits because restaurants already run on major thin profits, then that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to decrease my workforce to maybe one worker, even two. And a lot of these things, such as unions and things of that nature, and I understand your feelings. I understand you feel like, well, everybody should make the money and have a wage. That's feeling that that is a feeling, that is you being a personal choice. At the end of the day, you want that, but you still only want to pay $3 for your burger. You want everybody to get the $20 and $40 minimum wage, but you don't want to pay the $50 for the burger. You got to make it all make sense. All right? It has to make sense. The burger is going to have to go up. And that is why right now your dollar has no spending power. And it's not necessarily because of the raises in minimum wage and unionization, but we are entering a period of high inflation. That's what's happening right now. And this is what I'm saying. It's just a trade-off. So in Hollywood, you need so many writers in the room now. You need all these actors making all this money. Listen, we got to throw a project out that gets us a return on the dollar. So we have to be way, way more careful. We're going to have to really monitor what's going on. And all we can do now is reboots. We keep doing the reboots because we trust this reboot. We're rebooting the movies and relying on 60 and 70-year-old Hollywood stars because they have a proven track record. And these studios want to put their money where they most believe it will work. They want to be very, very risk averse. So we have a contraction, and now nobody's working, but you got what you want. Like, we have what we want. And as AI picks up, this is just more accelerant. So to every human being, specifically in the United States, based on this capitalism system that we live in, and it's not going away anytime soon. You will be rewarded and paid based off the value that you bring to said marketplace. Straight up. Now, you could talk to me about hedge fund managers, people on Wall Street who move numbers and do this and that. Their time is coming. The AI is going to destroy them. It's a matter of time. In a couple of years, you're going to see major contractions in those firms as well, and you'll have AI. And that's why in California, they just rolled out a totally autonomous restaurant. That's right, where there are robots flipping your burger, fries. You hit the button, and the burger pops up. Yo, shout out to the good brother Tony Bridges. He came in with the $20 for the love. Do you see the love? Hey, Tony came with the love, y'all. Give it up to Tony. That's right, Tony. Tony came with the love. That's right. Tony came in with $20 worth of love, and I'm here for the love. Amen. Praise God. I just want to send a blessing out to Tony Bridges. And let me tell you, you have sown a seed. Look to your neighbor and say, sown a seed. That's right. Thank you, brother Tony. I appreciate that love, brother. Thank you. But yeah, this is where we at right now, guys. And matter of fact, even in pharmacy, good friend of mine, shout out Dr. Maurice Shaw, very funny brother. He does a lot of comedically related pharmacy videos on TikTok and things like that. But he's been like developing a union, helping out, pushing the union or whatever, and it's coming together. But like I said, it's always going to be that trade-off, right? So the union can come in pharmacy. It will be an accelerant for automation, robots. It's just going to accelerate that because there's no union for robots. They keep working. They don't take breaks, and it's unfortunate. I'm not saying this is good. I'm just giving you the real. And one thing I'm not going to do is coddle people. I'm not going to lie to you. And speaking of that, maybe that's why, we often talk about Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan, right, being the two greatest NBA players of all time. I mean, Michael Jordan, A, Kobe Bryant, B, and then LeBron James is 3. Could it be that Kobe had such killer instinct due to the isolation of him from his mother and father and nobody coming, and he just buried his head just strictly in basketball because the pain of not being accepted or not having love from your mom and dad was just too much to bear. So he became psychotic, where he's able to look a player in the eye with a straight face, call him a bum to his face, and not speak to people on the team. That's what I'm saying. It's a yin and a yang. There are no solutions, only trade-offs. So hopefully everybody in Hollywood things will pick up. But if they don't, you always have YouTube, you have Tubi. Get together with some of your people, and we have to put ourselves in ownership positions. And I'm saying this to all the comedians, actors, rappers, whoever, man. We got to put ourselves in more ownership positions because that's the only way to go. It is based off value that you bring to the marketplace, and putting yourself in that ownership position. It will be hard. It will be difficult, but your learning curve and how you're using your time should be able to propel you forward. So we're going to keep moving right along, man. I want to say this, man, because a lot of people, y'all and this is to my black people, P. Diddy's problems are not the problem of the black community. People, this is not a black people fucking problem. I saw, what's this guy's name? Benzino. Y'all want to sit down and eat popcorn while black men go down. Black man, and they doing it to the community. No, this is not a community. You did not see white people hold hands and start fucking protesting when they took down Epstein and Weinstein. You did not see that happen. And Epstein and Weinstein are part of one of the most powerful communities on the earth. And they did not one time pick up a sign. They did not say anything. There's a thing called, listen, I don't know if whatever Diddy did, okay? There's a thing called consequences. This is not the fight of the fucking black community. And y'all got to stop saying that shit because it's condescending. And I don't understand why every time in our community, people want to come to the assistance and to the aid of the biggest perpetrators. And I'm not calling Diddy a perp. I'm talking about the mindset of us, right, throughout time, growing up in the hood. You want to protect that street nigga that's kicking your door in. You want to protect the nigga, he the realest nigga because he done killed other black people. You want to protect for whatever fucking reason. We got this mindset of protecting these niggas, and you can't. You can't. That's why the community's fucked up. That's why everybody living in fear. Get this nigga up out of here. This is what has to, that's what has to happen. Like this whole thing, you want to get Dr. King, nigga? I ain't going to protest for that shit. No. And I bought the Ciroc. I drank the liquor. I drank it. We were all drinking the Ciroc. We was all Ciroc'd up, man. Matter of fact, I never forget this. My first time drinking Ciroc, man. I almost died. I was at a strip club. Name of the strip club was called, it must have been Platinum 21. It might be Kamal's or some shit now. I believe it was Kamal's at that time. I don't know. Whatever year that Ciroc came up, somebody look up and tell me what year Ciroc came out. Let me look at this. I'm going to tell y'all this story. Ciroc came out. Yeah. So Ciroc came out at 03. I'm going to say I must have went through this shit. It must have been 04, 05, something like that. So Ciroc comes out. I meet my friend down at the strip club. It's me. I wasn't married at the time. My wife, my girlfriend. We all meet at the strip club, and he got the section, and he has bottles of Ciroc on the table. Strip club packed. I start drinking the Ciroc like Kool-Aid, and I'm just like, yo, ain't nothing happening. Nothing is happening. After about 20 minutes of drinking this shit, I just turned into the devil. Like, literally, I was sitting there, and it was like I came out of my body, and I was sitting on the side of myself as the devil. And I looked at me, I said, hey, you a comedian? Go up there. Tell that DJ to give you the mic so you can just start talking. And I looked at that devil. I said, you are absolutely right. I am a comedian. I need that mic. And I took my ass up there to the DJ booth. And I looked at that DJ and I said, hey, man, hey, I'm comedian LaVar Walker. Give me that mic so I can start talking. That DJ looked at me. Look, he looked at me 1 second and said, security, come get this nigga. Listen, as I'm up there and I'm peering out, I start to see the bouncers coming. And these were very, very large men. They looked like gorillas, just gorillas. They had all that equipment on. I'm talking about they had on the bulletproof vests. They had parachutes on, all the guns. They're coming to get me. And one grabbed me behind the back of my head, okay? And he walked me out. Now, what they do to drag you out, no matter how fast you walk, they want to walk a little bit faster to drag your ass up out of there. So I'm literally running, but he's running faster than me. So now I'm drunk, I'm faded, I walked past the table where my future wife and my friends are sitting, and they're like, "What the hell is happening?" They walk me out. I'm so drunk. Let me tell you how drunk I am. I'm out there. I look at all the bouncers in the face. I say, "Yo, man, this is what I did." I say, "Yo, man, I'm an attorney. All right, understand this shit right here. If any of you niggas fuck with me, this bitch will be a Waffle House in the morning." This is what this is what I said. By the grace of God, my friend had to pay these bouncers out of his pocket from kicking my ass. And I didn't even know that he was out there giving them money to stay off of me. Had he not been there, I wouldn't be having this conversation. I'd probably be in the hospital or something. But that was my first encounter on the Diddy juice. But that was a time I was in a dark space. I was in the pharmacy. It was soul sucking. It was just a lot going on in my mind. And that was literally my first experience on the Ciroc juice. And I liked the Ciroc. It was good. It was like Kool-Aid or something. You just kept drinking that shit, and Diddy had us, man. We was all motherfucking Ciroc. Ah, Ciroc boys. You know what I'm saying? We was getting it. Remember? So it's just sad. It's sad that he's gone now, I guess. I don't know, man. I don't think he gonna go to jail though, because I think he might delete himself. Unfortunately, I don't think he's gonna go to jail. And then too, now they saying that the young brother Christian Combs is now accused in something, and that's just not good. Let's pull that up. They talking about Christian Combs here. Now this is all I do is report this stuff, so don't come for me. Any rappers, anything get offended by anything I say, I will call the police and sue you. I'm always like I promise you, you will go to jail fucking with me. I promise you. I have no problem. Then I go on stage talk about the shit, and you're gonna feel some kind of way. But don't come for me. I don't play that shit. I'm whatever you want to call me, nigga. But you gonna go to jail fucking with me. I'm about to do a podcast called "You Gonna Go to Jail Fucking with Me." Let me see here. Can I make this bigger? All right. Mm, mm, mm. Now this was said Christian Combs, and this is in Vibe magazine. So let's take a look at this here. Christian Combs accused of essaying and drugging women in looming lawsuit. This is sad. Christian Combs reportedly being named in a looming lawsuit accusing rap star of essaying and doing drugging a woman. The lawsuit against Combs, son of embattled rap mogul Sean Diddy Combs, just to be officially filed, but it's currently in the works. According to attorney Tyrone Blackburn, identity of Combs' alleged victim has yet to be revealed, and details surrounding the reported suit are sparse. While Combs has yet to address the allegations directly, he recently shared a post on social media read "Stop the Cap," although he didn't give context to what or whom he was referring to. The rapper who performs under the stage name King Combs has been romantically linked to multiple women during his time in the spotlight. Combs dates his girlfriend Bria, currently dating Raven Tracy. Claims made against Combs have been described as serious and thrust him into the vortex of shocking claims. Blackburn was previously presented clients in litigation against celebrities such as T.I. and Tiny, as well as Nicki Minaj. Kenneth is also the attorney for Rodney Little Rod Jones. Very, very sad. And this Tyrone Blackburn, I hope you are not taking these cases for clout. Not to say that he did or did not do any of these said allegations, but who knows? It's very, very sad, man. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm not here to necessarily. I don't want to be overly judgmental because this is a young man. It would be very easy to say that he learned this behavior from his dad. I don't know. But based on a lot of stuff that they have in the files against P. Diddy, his family, somebody asked a great question. And that great question was, is flying women out now considered as trafficking? Well, let me change this. Hold on. Is flying someone out? There we go. Yeah, somebody asked that question. Is flying someone out now considered as trafficking? To my men, I'm going to have to say 100% yes. Yes, it is. So let's just stop flying, quit flying them women out. When they ask to be flown out, you got to tell them, look, I don't want to be accused of S trafficking. That's what you got to say. Tell them to get their own ticket now. That's right, because these allegations can come back. You end up blowing up or something, or you getting money in your career that, hey, he trafficked me. I got the ticket that he bought. That's all I'm saying. Let's wrap it up, right? Because, even with these allegations with Diddy, which some are questionable, it's like, yo, we got to play by the laws of the land. And it don't make sense to get tied up in no BS uh over nothing. So I'm gonna go with this. To be flown out now is S trafficking. I'm sorry. And to the women, to the gold diggers or whoever type of women will come in there like, you wrong for this shit. Nah, it's true. It's true. So I don't know. I don't know. Mr. Urban World, I agree, man. Could this be like, listen, Mr. Urban World said he haven't seen proof Bill Cosby did what they said and he was still arrested. This is true. They tried shutting down Michael Jackson with lies. Why would you why would you have to do that when you have all this money? It just doesn't add up. I don't think, well, I'm gonna say this, and I'm not saying he did anything or he did not do any of these said allegations, but I think there's a thing like when you get money, right, and you go unchecked, like let's just say, right, you got all this money. And I believe that money just magnifies who you already were as a person. So you get all this money, all this fame, all this power. It's not just enough to do certain things. It's almost like you get your rocks off or whatever. You know what I mean? You need to go up a notch. So you meet certain thresholds where you need more and more. Once you get all the women, and I talked about this, there's a threshold to where you like, you know what, Playboy, I want to try something different. And now he looking at you like, whoa, what the hell what we about to do? You know what I mean? I don't want to play dick swords with no man. But sometimes you get so much money, it's just these thresholds, and it comes to the threshold of power. It's just power. It's power plays, baby. If you can get a human to will to you and do what you want them to do, you might get your rocks off with that. And that's unfortunate. But I do know that this man, for the last 10 or 20 years, they've had people always saying they were being done wrong. And he has so many people around him. And these people are depending on him to eat. They won't say anything. So this could possibly be a case of the chickens coming home to roost. Okay? I get it. Could it be because he got into it with Diageo or whatever, Ciroc, let him go? I don't know. It could be. But then you got to look. I'm here now. What did I do in my past? I'm a firm believer in karma. I'm a firm believer of the universe. So um, that's all I got to say. And yes, if you mess with kids below the age of 18, listen, man, you in trouble. That definitely Gwendolyn Baxter, thanks for that. A person below the age of 18 would be S trafficking. Thank you. What I want to know is what plans or deal that Diddy was about to do financially as well. Well, You got to ask yourself this. Epstein had way more money than Diddy. It ain't even close. Weinstein had way more money than Diddy. It's not even close. So you got to ask, y'all be talking this shit about Bill was going to buy NBC and Diddy probably had a financial thing. What about them? Who had more money than everybody? Who owned Paramount and all that shit? What about them? Why did they do it? It's all about a power play. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So, man, thank you, brother. I appreciate you finding me funny. I appreciate that Scarfax 007. I do have people that'll come and they comment and DM me about me not being funny, which is okay. Let me tell y'all something. Everyone will not find me funny, and I am totally, totally comfortable in that. Now, for the people that DM me and you say that, and I go look at your profile, I know why you don't find me funny. When I look at your pictures and I see you laid up in some overalls and some Fila boots with a turtleneck sweater on, you're not going to find me funny because we're on two entirely different intellectual paths. And the day you find me funny is the day that my career is over. This is what I often tell these people. It's okay. I know you don't get me. And you never should. I never want you to. There are certain people I never want to get me. Like, there are people out there, when I look at certain TV shows, and I be like, I look at my wife and go, look, if you like this TV show, we probably wouldn't be married because our we on two different wavelengths as far as intellect. And I just couldn't do it. Like, I'm not really, I get bored with like a dumb person. And I'm a dumb person myself. I'm not the smartest, I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer. Let me just say that. But when you dealing with somebody just kind of just like, my gosh, right? So a lot of people won't get me. I don't do typical slapstick shit, slapstick. Now, early in my career, when I was a young comic, a lot of my shit was more slapstick. It was a lot more physical because I was dumbing the fuck down. I used to dumb down because I came up in the old uptown. And all you had to do was music, cue jokes. As you see, when you guys go out to these tours, you see a lot of guys, they do, and play that song, play this song, give him a song, because when they play that, and I eat pussy all day, and I be fucking, and they talk about that, and then they do the hack shit of you talk about dating the cougar, which is hack as fuck. Some people get a kick out of it, and it's okay, but we're talking about intellect at this point, right? That's all. That's all. And it's okay. It's okay. But thank you, brother. I know I get long-winded on here and I get to talking. But yes, brothers, now I'm putting it down right here on the LaVar Walker Show podcast today. Flying somebody out is now considered sex trafficking. So you bitches gonna have to get on the Greyhound. That's it. I'm putting it out. It's over, bro. It's over. What's happening, Lionel Dix? No Diddy. All the way from South Africa. My brother. Appreciate you. Mr. Herbal, I like the highly intellectual comedy that's going to make you think and laugh. That's right. Right? That's what I like. I can't just sit and watch no motherfucker talk about a lace front for 40 minutes. Isn't that easy? That's too easy. And a lot of guys do it because they're not comfortable in being in the situation where they're vulnerable because some shit don't work. Some shit I'm up there and they are looking at me like they taking a science test and I'm sweating because I'm trying to figure it out. So I'm going to be in VA soon, man. I don't know, man. I'm trying to figure it out right. Oh, I'm sorry. I will be in VA soon. I don't use the word try anymore. I've gotten rid of that out of my vocabulary. But I'm sure one day I will be in VA. That is right. We're going to keep it moving along, man. I got some really weird news. Atlanta ranks third in HIV infections. So everybody is out here rowing in Atlanta, and y'all all about to die. I'm thinking about, since I'm a pharmacist, I'm really thinking about just doing a small little HIV clinic where I have all HIV meds pre-packed and everything so you can get right in and out. I can dispense your dose. You come and go, come and go. But what is happening in Atlanta, where we are ranking now third in HIV infections? What is this about? And I just don't think this is with the gay community. A lot of people say that because Atlanta, we have a lot of gay brothers and sisters here, and it's not them. Uh, it's everybody. Ranks third in HIV infections. I gotta see this. So Atlanta ranked third behind Memphis and Miami. Y'all out here on fire, boy. New HIV case rate in Metro Atlanta, third highest in the nation. Lord have mercy. Let's take a look at this, guys. This is all right. New HIV case, and this is from Morehouse School of Medicine. The 20 county Metro Atlanta had the third highest rate of new HIV diagnosis among U.S. metro areas. 1,562 new cases, a rate of 25.4 new diagnoses out of every 100,000 people in metro area, according to Jeff Cheek, Fulton County Department of HIV Elimination. Atlanta area accounted for more than half of all 2,371 new HIV diagnoses in Georgia that year. Kimberly born Atlanta has was behind only the metro areas of Miami and Memphis in new HIV and diagnosis. Wow. Nationally, the rate of new cases has been decreasing over the past years in most areas of the country, except in the South, Cheek said. Florida and Texas saw spikes too. Atlanta and the South have long had among the highest rates of HIV, other sexually transmitted infections, and chronic diseases in general, said Maisha Standifer, PhD, MPH, Director of Population Health at Morehouse School of Medicine. There are 40,931 people known to be living with HIV in the metro Atlanta, a rate of 662 per 100,000. But rates by county vary widely from 91 per 100,000 in Forsyth to 1,082 per 100,000 in Fulton, nearly 20 times, Jesus Christ, Forsyth's rate. Wow. 1,800 per 100,000? That is crazy. That's crazy. Would that be considered like one per 100 if I broke that down? One out of every 100 people have HIV infection in Fulton County. The U.S. overall had 382 per 100,000 living with HIV in 2021. New HIV diagnoses were down 12%, driven by a 34% drop among 13 to 24-year-old gay and bisexual males. But that still means 32,100 new infections nationwide in 2021. More than half of 2021's new cases were in the South. About 1.2 million people in the U.S. have HIV, but more than 150,000 of them don't know it, according to the CDC. Y'all need to go get checked, man. Y'all gonna have to get checked, bro. I don't know what's going on, but this ain't it. And shout out to everybody watching me over on Twitter, on X, man. Y'all need to go get checked and chill out, man. Y'all doing too much out there in these streets. It's getting too nasty. You know what I mean? Uh, that's wild. Now, how can I help? I want to know how can I help and also profit off of this situation. What can I do? Should I start like a small clinic? uh, where you guys could just come. You don't, I be in the dark or something, and you pull up, and I give you the meds through a little window. You just see my hand or something as I pass you out a HIV pack, or we could do HIV prophylaxis packs where you could just pop the pill before you want to go raw. We might be able to do that, but this is a serious issue, and we got to get it in line. See, I'm married. This should increase marriage rates because there's shit out there, man. You don't want to wake up coughing one day and now your ass got it. But could it be that like HIV now is like the new herpes? Would anybody agree? Because especially when COVID came out, HIV and AIDS really wasn't shit. Like COVID had taken over and dominated, and we didn't even care. Tab, do you work in the nursing home, Tab? Are you working in the nursing home? I heard the nurse they fucking in the. I mean, listen, if I'm in the nursing home and I'm 80, I really don't care if I get AIDS. I'm just gonna be honest. I'd be in that mother. I wouldn't care. Give me everything. I'm in my 90s. Shit. Take me to the king. Take me to heaven on fire, baby. Take me to heaven on a rocket. I don't give a damn. Y'all can't hear me? I got this shit turned all the way up. What do you mean it's low volume? Hello? You want me to? I know y'all can hear me, man. Come on. Yeah, the married ones, yeah. There be married men out there getting it in. They be out there getting it in. So we got to do something about that, guys. I'm gonna need y'all to call me. Call me if you got AIDS, and we try to get you. No, I'm just bullshitting because I don't want y'all. I ain't nothing I could do. I'm not in the pharmacy right now, so don't call me if you got the shit. Okay. So we go. This is my last topic. Conjoined twins got married to an army veteran, and I listen. We need to talk about this. This was very interesting to me. I'm very happy that this man has found love. But let's take a look at this. Very interesting. Oh yeah. All right. As you can see, uh, this guy married these conjoined twins. I'm guessing he has a beautiful wedding, but I guess this was probably a dream of his. You married into a threesome for the rest of your life, and I just have so many questions. Number one, if he's to get a divorce, I mean, do they split everything in a third, like 33 and a third? That's number one. Number two, if one of them asleep, do you wake the other one up? I just have so many questions. And then two, listen, I'm not knocking this guy, very happy for him. But just imagine like when they go to Thanksgiving dinner or Christmas or whatever, you got to sit there and pretend you don't even see conjoined twins. You're gonna have to. People are gonna have to sit around, and you just can't speak on the elephant in the room, like because it's gonna be rude. It's gonna be rude. But what'll be most interesting will be the children that are gonna be there at those cookouts, and they're gonna holler out, "It's a monster!" And then the adult gonna go, "That's not nice." And then that adult is going to have to explain to that child what they're looking at. This is quite weird. Um, I'm not judging this guy, but I'm just not into two-headed monsters. I don't mean to call them monsters, but I'm just not into dating like a fuck. It's just weird. I don't know, but I know they probably give them fire ass head. That's probably what got him that head. Boy, when he got that head, ooh, boy, that head on them. Could you imagine getting some head? Look at that. Come on, man. That's what I'm saying. And look, ladies, it's never listen, I'm gonna say something. These you see they got married, these two the Siamese twin, these conjoined twins found a husband. And you can't. It's you. Look in the mirror and say it's you. And take some accountability. If they found love and a good husband, he a retired military veteran. So they getting a nice check over there. And you sitting at home, it's you. You got to accept some accountability. You done ran everybody off. Imagine if they your friends, they talking about they going to be with their husband, and you like, girl, I can't find nobody. They found him. And they need to do a show to help women find love. I believe that these conjoined twins should now do a show to help women find love. And they could title the show It's You. Right? We have two heads on one body. And we found love. And they share a coochie and found love. Look at that. Now imagine, look, why does he have to marry both? Could he just, one of them might not like him though. One of them might not even like him and she just had to go along because they in one body, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's selfish. I think like there should be another man that is allowed to be married here because I see two people. I'm not going to judge them as one. And that's not right. And I don't think the organization of Siamese twins would want anyone to label them as one person. They are two totally separate people that share one body, one coochie, one uterus, two kidneys. They share that together. But they need to make this guy is selfish, and I think a black man should marry one of them. That's what I would want to see. A brother needs to come in there and you know what I'm saying? And I want to read that marriage license because that's not fair. These women, they're two different people. It's amazing they found love. Abby, shout out to Abby Hensel and Brittany Hensel. They found love and they married Josh Bowling. Wow. Could you imagine being a black person and bringing them home to the family? This is why shout out to the white people. Y'all are so accepting. I couldn't imagine bringing them home to my mama. Cause oh shit, what the hell? Oh Lord, I can't believe this. What's going? Can I talk to you? Listen, if I was to bring these twins home, my mama would have pulled me to the. Could you come here for a second? I just want to talk to you. They'll pull you to the side in the kitchen. You have uncles. You could not bring them home to a black family. It'd just be too much. It would do too much damage to them mentally and emotionally. And or maybe you could bring them, but maybe you had to put a bag or something on one of them face so that they don't know. But this would be too much for black people to. It's just not. We've been through with too much pain in our community, and we've been through so much, and we just it's just no way. There's no way. There's no way. But I tell you what, I done figured out a million jokes for this. I'm just gonna do this I'm gonna do a bit on them for an hour where I don't stop. I'm gonna keep going and just stay on that one topic. I think that'll be great. Yeah, your ass getting roasted. That's right, Tab. They gonna tell, man, please. Both of them twins will be crying. Matter of fact, it'll get so bad, I think that one of them will just walk away. They'll just set their bodies will separate right there at Thanksgiving one day, and one of them will leave and get in the car and drive off. And oh God, this is bad. This is bad. I need to stop. But they need to be identified as two different people. That's all I'm saying. Well, guys, we've come to an end. We've come to an end, guys. This is going to be the end of the LaVar Walker show podcast. Thank you guys for tuning in. Shout out to everybody on Twitter, man. Twitter been coming in heavy lately. Shout out to everybody at LaVar Walker TV on the YouTube channel. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to everybody on Facebook. LaVar Walker comedian page. Thank you all for the love. But this is it. We here. Y'all got any questions for me before I leave? They're not gonna let them do this on SNL, Grace. They ain't doing that on Grace. You look like Grace, you look like you make some good greens. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Now, Grace, you look like you can get down in that kitchen. Look like that smothered chicken be off the chain, Grace. But no, they're not gonna let them do that on their SNL. No. It'll be too much to bear. This ain't the 90s. But anyway, listen, guys, my name is LaVar Walker. Once again, thank you guys for tuning in. And this has been another episode of the LaVar Walker Show Podcast. See you soon.